Photosynthesis, of course, is a very complex process in which plants and other producers convert inorganic materials, carbon dioxide and water, into organic materials, glucose. And we can summarize that reaction: CO2 plus H2O. This is just a summary of the reaction because it's far more complex, there's lots and lots of steps. Carbon dioxide and water are the raw ingredients, and what is produced is glucose, C6H12O6 plus oxygen. Now we can just balance that. There's 6 of those, 6 of those, and 6 of those. So these are our raw ingredients and these are our products. But there's something else very, very important, and that is that we require sunlight. So sunlight is very important because it provides the energy required to drive some of the reactions of photosynthesis. So sunlight, or visible light, is part of the electromagnetic spectrum. It's only part of the electromagnetic spectrum, and it's from around about 350 to around about 700 nanometers. So very, very small wavelength. And that encompasses what we know as our visible light and all of those colours associated with that. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet, in that sort of order. So red is a higher wavelength and violet is a shorter wavelength. So visible light is what is captured by pigment in our plant and our other producers. So a pigment is an organic molecule. So a pigment gives tissue its colour, and it does that by the part of the spectrum that it absorbs and the part that it reflects. So for example, many leaves on plants are green, and they appear green because some of the colours are absorbed and some are reflected. So of our visible light colours, the ones that get absorbed are violet, indigo, blue, yellow, orange and red, and probably less so of the yellow. The reason a leaf looks green is because it reflects green. A leaf looks green because it reflects green. A leaf looks yellow because it reflects yellow. So we have got different types of pigment. The one that you know of most is the chlorophyll. And we've got chlorophyll A and B. Chlorophyll is what makes a leaf look green. And we have others as well, particularly the carotenoids. Now the important thing about these different pigments is that they all absorb different parts of the spectrum. And that's important because what that means is a good adaptation of plants, because it means that it can absorb light over a larger range of the spectrum. So overall we can write a summary of what the absorption is. So this is the amount of light that gets absorbed, and this is our different wavelengths. So again, we've got red up this end. So we've got our red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet, in that sort of order. And we find that the highest absorption is in this sort of area and dips down very low around the green and the yellow, and then comes back up again for the red. And that's what our average absorbance of all of our different pigments looks like. We have high absorption in the violet, indigo and blue, and high absorbance in the orange and red, and low absorbance in the green and yellow. And that is why leaves look green or sometimes look yellow, but certainly you don't see leaves that look blue or indigo in colour. Sometimes you might have flowers that are that colour, but definitely not photosynthetic leaves.